He's a wonderful God. Keeps doing good things for us. And we're so glad. Amen. Happy to be here today with you. Amen. Here, Pastor Carly's. Amen. I bless God for, amen, their friendship. Amen. Because she comes over to the store and she ministers to us more than she knows.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. And so for that we are always thankful and grateful. Because the Lord seems to always send her just at the right time. Have you ever been through some things and, amen, and it seems like you're weary and you're going through. And just at the right time, God sends the face that you need. Amen. And so he works it out real well for us. He keeps blessing us, and he blesses us over and over again. Amen. And we're always happy to see her when she comes through the door. Amen. I laugh and I tease her a whole lot of times. Amen. And I often ask her, do you want me to get the basket? Because that means she's going to fill it up with stuff. Amen. Rather you know it or not, she's a shopper. Yeah. But I love her. I love her. I love her. Amen. Amen. And in this day and time, I want you to know as well, it's not easy to find good people.
Well, say it. Say it now.
It's not easy to find good people. And when I say good people, I mean solid people.
Well, yeah.
People who mean heaven. And not playing games.
That's right.
Amen. You find so many people. Yeah, I'll take it out. God bless you. You find so many people who are doing everything. And they want to be a part of everything. But you have to understand that if we are going to travel this way, and if we are going to do God's business, there's just some things and some people and some ways we just have to let go.
Yeah. All right, Pastor. Say it again.
All right.
You cannot be a witness for the Lord in everybody's crowd.
Come on.
Because everybody not serving the Lord.
That's right.
Some people are serving just themselves. It's just about me.
Come on.
And what I want and what I can get.
All right, Pastor.
But you have to get to a place in God where, Lord, nothing else matters but serving you.
That's right.
And making sure you are satisfied with my life.
That's right.
Is there anybody in here that really wish to make them satisfied?
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
That really, really want to satisfy God? Because nothing else matters.
That's right.
Nothing else matters. And it is just so good that God gives us a chance every day to get it right with him. Every day we get brand new mercy. Every day he gives you a brand new chance. Gives us a brand new day. He's just a good God. He's a good God. He's just a good God. And over again, I bless him. I bless him.
Amen.
I can't do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. And that's the wonderful thing I thank God the most for is because when I get to blessing God, I don't need anybody else.
Right.
No, I don't need anybody else. You can do that by yourself. It'll feel like a whole lot of y'all there, but you can do it by yourself. Amen. And when he pours out the Holy Ghost, when he pours out his Spirit upon us, amen, he does, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm good. he pours out his spirit on us. Amen. And he begins to do something so wonderful in our lives. Amen. That the whole world get to see. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, do you remember the day when God changed you? Can I talk to you now? Do you remember the day when God came in and actually changed your life for the better? Well, I shouldn't even have to put that on there, but you know, you have to tell people for the better. Because when God does something, it's never for your worse. Have I got a witness? It's never for your worse. It's always for your good. He's always working it out for you. Have I got a witness here? All the things that happen in your life, they're not happening to you, they're happening for you. Have I got a witness? Now, God is a good God, and he's always worthy of our highest praise. Have I got a witness? Listen, I came to talk to y'all for a few minutes. Come on. And I'm not going to hold a whole lot of time. If you just give me a few minutes. I want to talk to you. Today is Pentecost Sunday. Y'all know, right? I figured y'all know because y'all were jumping and jumping when I came in the door. Amen. And I just love to hear the sound of Pentecost. I love to hear the sound when the saints are praising God. Praising God with no reserve.
Right. Amen.
Are you with me? Just ready to praise him, ready to give him your very best. Amen. You don't mind getting ugly and getting dirty. Amen. And praising him. I know you got on your good suit, but it's all right. You can sweat it out and put it in the cleanest. But the same God who gave you the money to put it in the cleanest gave you the job. Y'all ain't saying nothing. The same God who gave you the money to get it back out. And you can wear it again next Sunday and sweat it in again. It'll be all right. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Oh, it's Pentecost. I had something I want to share with you, but I've learned in this that you just got to do what the Lord said.
That's what you got to do.
Amen.
You just got to do what the Lord said.
That's it.
So, I'd like to share with you a little bit of what we talked about on this morning. And very quickly, so that I don't waste a whole lot of your time, I want to talk to you from the subject when suddenly comes in your life. When suddenly comes in your life. How many times has suddenly changed things in your life? Because when suddenly comes, it don't announce I'm coming. It don't tell you at 12:01 I'm going to be there. Are you with me?
Yes.
You could be just driving down the street and suddenly
All right.
somebody ran the red light. And suddenly a child ran out into the street. And suddenly the bus ran over somebody. And suddenly, you see, suddenly just happens. It just happens. It's not something that, amen, that anybody ever gets ready for. And that's why you have to know the Lord all the time. You can't be playing with him. You can't be playing with him. You see, because while you playing, suddenly might show up.
That's right.
Are you with me? Because suddenly has came and claimed a whole lot of lives. Amen. And people weren't ready. Y'all with me? Y'all over here in Philadelphia, and I see y'all on the news all the time. Amen. And there was a little girl sitting on the front porch, and from down the street, a bullet met her suddenly. Y'all with me? Some kids was having a birthday party, and some other boys was having a dispute down the next end, and suddenly it broke up the birthday party. And a child lay dead in the street. Suddenly. Are you with me? So you have to understand that when suddenly comes, you just need to be ready. There ain't time for getting ready. Are you with me? You ain't got time to call, oh God. Oh God, God may be too late.
Yes.
Are you with me? You got to know him before you need to call him. So you need to call him while you got the chance. You need to call him while the blood is running warm in your veins. You need to call him while everything is all right. Because when suddenly shows up, it's too late. Are you with me? But on today, I came to talk to you, you see, because this is the day that God sent suddenly into our lives.
All right.
This is the day that he sent suddenly into our lives.
Yes.
Y'all with me? In the book of Acts, right about the 2nd chapter there, starting at the 1st verse, it reads like this. It says, and when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. And suddenly, there came a sound from heaven, as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. I was talking this morning to our church, and I began to talk to them about how it is that I see in what we call the Christian world. And if I really be blunt about it, it's not really the Christian world. It is God's side and you doing what you want to do. And what I find is that for those who are still doing what they want to do, I told our church this morning, I hear nothing but excuses.
Amen.
And so before I go, I just wanted to give you a good definition for excuses. I told our church, I tell us, our church knows it real well, because I say it from time to time. But before I go, I just wanted to give you a good definition for excuses. Excuses are for the uncommitted. Are you with me?
Yes.
Excuses are for the uncommitted. And so then I hear people who talk, who's supposed to be people of God. But and then they come out and they show their faults. And after they finish with their faults, they hashtag it with, pray for me. I ain't there yet. I'm not what I used to be, but I'm not what I should be, but thank God I ain't what I used to be. And they still don't understand, even in what you are right now, if you ain't right, you still going to hell.
All right. I like it.
Come on.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And we keep making excuses. Oh, well, I ain't quite there yet, and I'm still getting it together. You need to understand that God came and he gave us the Holy Ghost.
All right.
Can I ask you a question? I'm going to show of hands this time. Is there anybody in here got the Holy Ghost?
Amen. Yes, sir.
Amen.
I'm talking about you know you got it. You know you got it. You know you got it. Because in you, God did something.
Yeah.
You know that God changed your life. You know that he made a real difference in you. And if you know that God made a real difference in you, you understand that the Holy Ghost won't allow you to just do anything you want to do. But when I get to doing whatever it is I do, I got to do it right, because what I do, I represent God. And we got a witness in here. Can I ask you another question? Is there anybody in here who represents God? See, and I come to understand that the reason that people mess up so much, and the reason why they put all the hashtags after it, is simply because they have not experienced suddenly.
Oh, come on now. Yes, sir.
They have not experienced suddenly. See, because when suddenly happens, you have to be there to catch it. You got to be a part of it when it takes place. And the problem is that everybody is not a problem, is not a part of it. We're ready for the dance. We're ready for the song. We're ready for everything else. But when the word comes that changes your life, somewhere we miss suddenly. Are you with me?
Yes.
But he says, the word teaches us, it says that they were all in one place, on one accord, and suddenly stepped in the door. Are you with me? And so then there has to come a time in your life where suddenly must come through your door. Because if you ever experience suddenly will erase all of your excuses. Oh, I thought I would have got a better jump than that. I thought I would, but I understand that I don't. I understand, and I ain't gonna mess with it no more. You see, because when you are totally committed to the Lord, you understand that I must walk right. I must talk right. I must live right. I've got to do this thing. Nobody else don't do it. I got to know. If nobody else willing to do it, I got to do it. Because suddenly they come into my life. And suddenly he may call my name. And suddenly he might snatch me away. And suddenly he might be upon me. Now we got to witness here. And you got to understand that you got to make a dedication of your life and say, God, it don't matter whatever else comes, I'm willing to go all the way. And that's a hard dedication for some people. That's a hard thing, amen, because that says I give up control of myself to somebody else. And let's face it, we always want to be in control. We always want to be in control. To be truthful about it, some of us even manipulate our way into control.
Good Lord.
Because I must be in control. Nothing moves unless I know it. Nothing happens unless I'm a part of it.
Yes, sir. Come on now, come on.
But what happens when suddenly steps in? And God says, I'm in control. I need to be all in control. In order to use you the way that I want to use you, I got to be in control. In order to do what I want you to do, I got to be in control. And you're standing there saying, God, I don't understand where you're taking me. And he said, just follow me suddenly. You're looking at it and saying, God, I don't understand what you're doing. And he's just saying, follow me suddenly. When I move, you move. When I push you, you move. When I direct you, you move. Sometimes you may not even know where you're going, but you're moving because you hear my voice. And I got to witness here. Is there anybody in here ever hear the voice of the Lord? They just told you to do something special. You didn't understand what was going on, but God moved in just in the nick of time. And he called out your name and said, come on with me. And do it my way. I'm going to be out of here in a minute. I'm going to be out of here in a minute.
Take your time.
Hey, take your time.
But the story goes, you see, as I understand suddenly, I was looking at this and I kept looking at this. And then I went around and I kept reading and I got all the way over to the 10th chapter. And suddenly, I seen my own invitation. Over there, the story reads, there's a man by the name of Cornelius. Cornelius is out and he is a devout man. He's a good man. But the biggest thing about Cornelius is that Cornelius is seeking after God. And he wants him. And he's saying, God, how do I find you? And he's doing all the things.